Check, check. One, two. 1, 2. One, two. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Is anybody that is here that is not fine? We'll take a few minutes if you're not fine. Well, good. Because you know you came from home. Abby? You came here. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Is anybody that is here that is not fine? She's coming here to threaten me. Is that acceptable? I love the audience already. All right, so sorry, it's not in our habit to start off late. But you know how it is. It's life. We just roll with it. So without taking too much of your time, I'm just going to ask the panelists, please, to come up so that we can get this show on the road. Please, as you're coming in, please just find a nice place, sit down. We're going to enjoy this session. So please, don't worry, I will introduce myself. I'm sure some of you are like, who is this one just talking? Who are you? Don't Don't worry, we'll get there. But first, let me bring my co-panelists onto the stage. Find a nice place, sit down. We're going to enjoy this session. I am going to call on Madam Joan Ann Idoneje, who is the Special Assistant Technical Women Affairs and Community Engagement to the Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, to please come onto the stage. A round of applause, please. I am going to call on Madam Joan Ann. All right, this is going to be an interesting one. Mrs. Choma Muma, who is Head of Policy and Public Affairs, Guinness, Nigeria. A round of applause, please come onto the stage. And my dear sister, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Ogunkami, who is a family psychologist. We need that clap. Oh. Have you heard of? I've never heard of family psychologist in Nigeria. So well done. Oh. Please come and sit down. Please, I was told that there are 2 more people. We need 1 more seat. Am I right? Okay, so let me call the other 2 onto the stage, and they're going to introduce themselves. So, Dr. Kelechi Anikude, round of applause, please. Ah, hallelujah. He's a guy, because I was wondering. Well, you came with a title? Chief Doctor, please. You note. Please call him properly. And last but not least, is there space on that side or do we shift? Okay, good. Last but not least, Tomike Adeoye. Oh, a round of oh, nice. Okay, good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. So, my name is Comfort Booth, and I'll be the moderator for this session. And this session is titled Equity Begins at Home. That was why I was really interested in knowing who was fine and not fine. Because we have, what it is now, coming from family, there's drama. Okay now. So families as the foundation for a just and reliant society. That's our topic. I'll read it once more. Equity begins at home. Do we agree with that? We're going to explore that. I'm not too sure, but we're going to explore that. Families as the foundation for a just and resilient society. Do we agree with that? Okay, so I'm going to now ask, please, quickly, I need 6 people. 3 females, 3 males. Please raise your hands. In 1 word, tell me what equity means to you. Fantastic. I just need 3 females. It's
the same. Fairness was what came to my mind.
She's sharp. She took it and ran with it. 2 more behind you, please, ma'am. The 2 females. So fairness. Please note fairness as 1. Equity. What does equity mean to you in 1 word?
I was going to say fairness too.
Oh, you're going to say fairness. Okay.
To me, equity means balance.
Fairness, balance. Auntie has remembered. Auntie has remembered. Fairness, balance.
Equality.
Now, 3 men. See, this is my problem. There's only 1 man there. Tomorrow now, when you say the men are excluded, can I have 2 more men? Okay, I'm giving you. Okay. Yes, 1.
Equity means inclusion to me.
Inclusion, fairness, balance, equality. This, Oga, please, here. Transparency. You that is holding the mic, what does equity mean to you?
Transparency too.
No. A round of applause for everyone, please. And so, please, I'm going to give everyone on the stage 1 minute to just introduce themselves, and they will tell us to them as our, moderators. We're all moderating this session together. What equity means to them. 1 minute each. So, wait. Since we said fairness, transparency, equality, balance, who kicks it off? Why? No, but listen to her reason. She said, because he's right beside you. So it's not an issue of fantastic. Clap for yourselves. Nice one. All right, sir. They said you can go.
Can you hear me? Oh, thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Kelechi Anyikude. I don't even know how to introduce myself because I wear so many hats. PhD, environmental engineering, content creator, everything, Bobo Tibo, a local man, a sports enthusiast. Can I go on? But I'm just happy to be here to, share my experience and give my thoughts on the topic. And for me, equity means, like my sister said, fairness, fair balance, equal sharing. It means non-discrimination essentially to me.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice, short, and sweet.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Oluwatoyin Ogunkomi. I'm a family psychologist, and when she introduced me, I noticed some faces, some expressions, and she said, "Do we have family psychologists in Nigeria?" Yes, we do. And as a family psychologist, I work with parents, I work with families, I work with individuals, I work with adolescents within the family setting, and I provide them with tools, resources to live a thriving life. So when we talk of equity, what really is equity? First thing I would say that equity is not equality. Equity is you identifying the uniqueness in every person. Let's bring it to the home. Every child, everyone in the home, and raising them based on who they are, not raising them as general.
Please, that's it. Shikena, just don't give too much. History.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. My name is Chioma Moma. I work with Guinness as the head of policy and public affairs, but I'm also a coach. I'm a coach for women. I'm a coach for parents. I'm a literacy enthusiast. I write books for children and for adults as well. And when I think of equity, I think of fairness. That's the word that describes equity the most for me. What is fair and what is not fair? I'm also a lawyer. So with lawyers, we are always like, is this fair? Does this make sense? And I'll just say a short story to explain what equity is not. When I was like 8 years old, I grew up with 2 brothers, 3 sisters. I had finished cleaning my room, and my mom said, "Go and clean your brother's room." And I said, "Is that equity? Is that fair? Why should I clean their room?" And I said, no, mom, please, I will not clean their room. They are quite capable of cleaning their rooms. If they were indisposed, sick, couldn't do it themselves, maybe I would have helped. But equity meant that because they were capable, I expected them to clean that room themselves. That's what equity is to me.
Thank you very much. And to our special assistant, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Princess Dr. Joan Juma Idonije. Incidentally, today is my birthday.
Oh yeah, hold it, ma. Hold it.
It's
1, 2, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear princess. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. You see, this is family.
Yes.
I have a new family here. Thank you so much. A year ago, I retired from the public service after clocking 60. I was reappointed as a Senior Special Assistant, Technical Women Affairs and Community Engagement to the Honorable Minister of Women Affairs. For me, in the gender space, when we talk about equity, we're talking about a process that leads to a goal. And the goal is equality. Equality not of sexes, equality of opportunities. And so when we're talking about that, we're talking about empathy, we're talking about justice, we're talking about inclusion, and we're talking about balance. Everything that makes society equitable so that at the end of the day, we have equal shares around the things that are in the society. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Please, I just want us to give our moderator a round of applause because
Thank you.
I mean, she has set the mood here today, and I'm super excited for this session. So another round of applause for our beautiful moderator here today. Happy birthday once again, Princess. My name is Tomike Adeoye. I'm the MD CEO Malia World and Light Hill Africa, which is a creative hub, and I'm also a content creator. I'm a brand influencer. I'm an actor, a host. Amongst many other things, I'm a microbiologist as well. Fantastic. And for me, equity, like she said, is fairness, and it has to do with giving everybody equal opportunities. And translating it to myself as a content creator and a brand influencer, I get to work with a lot of small businesses, and equity to me is giving them a voice and using my voice to ensure that I lift others up, because it's not just about one person rising, it's about ensuring that my entire community rises as I rise. So for me, that is equity. And one other thing equity means to me is balance, because at the end of the day, one thing should not be suffering while another thing is thriving or shining. So equity to me is balancing work life, mom life, education-wise, life, everything together as a woman that I am. So equity to me is also balance.
Oh, you don't have to do that now. Oh. So I'm going to start with asking the crowd a question. Is there equity on this stage? Very good. I have two others. Who said yes? Who said yes that there's equity?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Nasir. It's a pleasure to meet you all. The reason why I say there is equity in these panelist speakers is because, you see, in our African context, the man always carry the large responsibility. So for this gathering, the reason is that I give Oga the goal for that because of our African culture. That is the reason why I said this. And if anybody wants to argue, we can still argue it all.
Who said no? Please, distinguished panelists, the question is going to come from here. Who said no? Please, ma. Is there a microphone? Okay, there's a microphone there. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, my name is Dr. Skoma from Self-Help Africa. I said no because of the definitions they gave about equity, especially from the last person where I came. She said it's balance. And so looking at balance, the sitting there is not balanced.
Thank you very much. Please collect that from her. Now, I love the fact that there is a dissenting view. So we're going to now work on that. Now, starting from Mrs. Choma, please let's address that. Is equity, do we understand what equity is? How do we get people to understand what equity is? Because that's the foundation of even knowing how, whether or not it runs in the family. He said no because the man represents 5 of us. She said no because it is balance. And here he's outnumbered. Please take it. Everybody's going to answer, but we'll start with Choma, please.
So the truth is that when we think of equity, we just think black and white, male and female, but it's more than that. I would say that this panel is actually has a lot of equity. We have different generations. You know, we have different genders, only male and female, so yeah, we do have a man. And we have people from different parts of the country as well. So it's a very beautifully balanced panel when you think about it. You know, you hear our names, you see the things we do. Yes, there are 2 coaches here, but we have a content creator, we have someone in government, we have someone who's a doctor and does like a million other things. We have a superstar as our moderator. I couldn't think of a more balanced panel. So let's not think of equity just in black and white or just in male and female. There are other aspects of it that need to be included to make it, balanced. Thank you.
Equity can be positively discriminatory. And that's where the issue of affirmative action comes in. In a situation where one of the sexes is disadvantaged, you bring in the issue of affirmative action, and that is what we see in our society. For instance, the Federal Character Commission, it's an affirmative action. And what does it mean? Because one part of the country was discriminated against in terms of education, in terms of resource sharing and all of that, that was brought on board. So looking at what my brother has just said, equity can be discriminatory. And in this regard, while we're talking about family here, and while we're sitting at this table, it is positive discrimination. And it is equity, because we come from different generations, we come from different tribes, and you're from Yoruba, I represent South, and from Niger State also, and so you can see my sister Choma is from the Southeast, Oluwatoyin from Southwest, Igbo Kwenu is here, and of course that our sister who is really moving us to the promised land, she's also called me from another part of the country. And of all of you who are here and you've picked an interest in this topic, because we're all a family. Fantastic. And I'm sure all of us are going to live here today making new friends that will become our families, because while we're here for the next 24 hours we are family. And so that is what we're talking about when we talk about equity. So for me, this is balanced. We're not talking about the African society here. The African society, we all know that even in communities, the women are the heads. Yes. Women. Yes, they are. Because let me ask the man who just spoke. When you go home, how do you greet your mom? How do you greet your mom? Do you stand to greet your mom? What does that tell you? Thank you.
Okay, so Tomiwa, let's talk roles in the household. How do traditional roles affect equity in the family? And what shifts are you seeing or advocating for?
Thank you, sweet moderator. You know, growing up and also looking at the past generation, it has been conditioned that the man is to fend for the family, and knowing how many of us were brought up, like the moms at times, I think back then we didn't even really have working moms. I feel like it's now that working moms is becoming like a thing, like it's been conditioned that, oh, it's your duty to feed your family, you are the head of the family. And to be honest, in my own opinion, that puts the man under so much pressure. But one shift that I'm seeing in the generation of now, the millennials and the Gen Zs, is we are understanding that everybody has to bring something to the table. I believe we are even understanding equity much better. You see people growing up and they're not just saying, oh, I want to have kids because I'm a woman, I just want to be a wife and bring children to the family. You're seeing them have goals, visions and ambitions, and with hopes that they can bring that to life. So for me, there's already a shift in the mindset. And also seeing women leaders today. I mean, look at the women sitting down here representing powerhouses and, you know, being distinguished women in their various fields. It shows you that women can occupy such positions. When I introduced myself as MD CEO Lightail Africa. As a woman occupying that position, leading such a space, it's actually also showing my community that it is indeed possible. As a woman, you are not just born to be a woman that will just, you know, be a wife and have kids. You can actually have dreams and visions. And I think that that shift is happening in my generation. For example, we are seeing women who want to work. We are seeing women who will say, oh, even though I'm pregnant, I still want to do this. We're seeing women who are not being limited by the tag women. And for me, that is a huge shift. And I'm so proud of my generation. And I can just imagine the generation that is coming, because I know that the Gen Alphas, they are going to be more brutal because they are even more vocal. And for me, that's one of the messages that I drive to my community. When I was pregnant, I was very vocal about the fact that even in media, somehow when you are pregnant, they just kind of say, she now has a baby. she's now married though. They want to call you for some events. You're like, no, she's married though. And for me, I was very desperate to ensure that that opinion is shifted and it will not, just put me in a cage. And it was why even when I traveled to have my baby, I was still creating content like, people, I'm not disabled though. Like I can actually walk. Now belle I carry, no be say I know if we walk. And I feel like that really caused a shift in the mindset of people and even in the brands that I work with as well. So even when I got back home, I did not say, I've put to bed now, so you people, I'm on maternity leave. As much as I'm sleeping and resting, I'm active. If you need me to host an event, I'm very much available. And so for me, that kind of created a shift in the mindset of my community as well.
Thank you very much. And the next question is to you, Oluwatoyin. What policies or social supports do you believe are essential for families to practice equity? Like parental leave, childcare, housing, income. Yes. Yeah.
So thank you so much, moderator. So policies we need for the home. First is we need a parenting system, a parenting education. So last week I was on a panel for parenting, and I realized that other African countries have a parenting framework that they use for that nation, and for Nigeria we don't have a parenting framework. So that's one policy I feel government, yes, absolutely. So they have the parenting framework whereby they train parents on how to raise their children to become individuals that are responsible and thriving. So for Nigeria, we don't have that policy. So that's one policy I would really want us to have, a parenting framework, whereby we all know what is expected of us as parents, what is expected for each child per developmental stage, how we raise the child based on their developmental needs at every point in time. Very, very important. Then another thing I would want, which I know is already in place, I would really like the government to intensify its education. No child should be left behind. I don't want a situation whereby just the male child in the family goes to school. The male and the female child needs to go to school. Everybody needs to be educated. With education, the sky is the stepping stone for that child. And I've seen cases whereby people come from nothing and they become someone just because of education. So we need education for everyone. So parenting system, or parenting framework, and education for all. Let me just leave it at that.
Next, hold it. Okay, sorry, you can share it. Equity. What practical steps can families take to instill equity in their day-to-day lives, whether in parenting, relationships, or communication? Practical steps. This is a practical class.
Practical steps. Equity. I mean, for me, it's about the bloodlines. It's not about, giving any gender a specific role. Like my sister Choma said when she was growing up, and mom said make their rooms, and she said no. You have to train kids to do their own thing, to make their rooms, to be actually independent. Train them to challenge barriers as well, break barriers if they can as well. Just equip them with that mindset that there are no really gender specific roles, to be honest. I can cook, it shouldn't be left for a woman. I can go to the market, I actually do. So sometimes it looks like, because I live in London, some of the things, I do things myself. Even in Nigeria, I don't send people on errands, because I do things myself. I drive myself here. If I'm speaking to someone, I'm adding please. I'm not ordering you. Those kind of things. So sometimes when they do it in Nigeria, they shout, I kind of freeze, like, what are you doing? You understand? You go into a bus in London, for instance, and you want to buy a bus pass. It's my right to buy that bus pass, but I have to add please. But if you don't add please, the man might not even allow you on the bus. So you have to be, so training kids, you have to train them to be polite, to be respectful, to go for their goals. Nothing should restrict them. Just equip them with everything they need to succeed in life, and trust me, they'll blow. Thank you.
Thank you. As we're talking about this, they started coming into IME that it's time for us to leave. this is a very yeah, it's fine, 9:55. It's a very important topic, and it's almost sad to say it's as if we're trying to reset the clock. We were the standard at a point, and on how to, yes, even though we were doing the gender roles in the family, but still we were a community. We were building it. If I did something wrong, it wasn't my mother that corrected me. It was probably the Hajia down the road. It was somebody else, because we're a family. And so I'm going to throw this question to the audience, please.
Comfort.
Yes.
It's okay to say something quickly.
Yes,
Sorry,
please,
just
please,
quickly, just
please.
to add to what Chief said. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Talking about the gender, the home is the first school of policy, of governance, and of everything. I was just thinking, just yesterday, I made a meal, and I made it with my son. And as we're making that meal, I told my daughter, I have one. Please go and put on the generator. We should not make it, because she needs to know how to do those things. It's not because if she's at home alone and the gen is off, she doesn't start looking for one Musa or one John to help her put on the gen. So these are the things we need to do from the home. Make sure everyone is equipped to do the things that they need to do. Teach them all the values that they need to learn in the home. While we're waiting for the policies from government, make sure that within the home, everyone we see that's doing the wrong thing as an adult, it started from the home. If they learn the right values of resilience, empathy, inclusion, fairness, equity, then they will carry it into their public lives as adults. That's just the honest truth.
Thank you. So now, because of what we've said and the sorry, Princess, please.
Let me just respond to my sister. Truly, we do not have a family policy in Nigeria. But under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, I'm sure you heard the Honorable Minister speaking yesterday. We have moved the ministry to that area. Right now, we're in the process of finalizing the family policy.
A round of applause.
And this is arising from the fact that the mandate of the ministry has now been extended. It was there, but it was silent. So it is supposed to be a ministry of women affairs and social development. And so right now we're looking at the issues of the women, the children, the family, and the vulnerable. And to do all of this, we're putting in place a lot of SOPs, that's standard operation procedures. We're putting in place, guides on how all of this will translate into action. And so that is what we're doing under the Renewed Hope Social Intervention Project 774, meaning it's going all around the 774 local governments under our dynamic Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, who has all of this
a round
on
of
the table.
applause.
Thank you.
And Princess, please, our congratulations to the Honorable Minister, and then further up. Thank you very much. So this is how it's going to run. I'm going to ask this question. I need to. Oh, we've been given 10 minutes. Clap for them. I've been given 10 minutes. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to ask the crowd this question, and then we will answer. Starting from you, you would give your closing remarks. We'll come around. Is that fine? So now this is culture and faith often shape how families view justice. What positive traditions can be leveraged, and which ones need rethinking? Should I read it again? Culture and faith, and that's why I'm throwing it to us, often shape how families view justice. What positive tradition can be leveraged, and which ones need rethinking? Who wants to take a stab at this? I have two people right here. I want from every corner of the room. I have two here. Can I have one here at least? I have two here. But you're going to be short and sweet. 4. I need here, this side. We're a family. We're not going to continue. We're fantastic. So I'm going to take it. So please, mic runners, the 2 on this side, you have a minute each. I'm going to say culture and faith often shape how families view justice. What positive traditions can be leveraged? Which ones need reworking? Go.
Thank you very much, moderator and the speakers. For me, one area that stands out for me is the leadership in our African families. The father in most families provide that leadership, and it gives a kind of direction. I believe for functional families, having a father figure or a mother figure, someone that provides the leadership, has helped with achieving certain goals and milestones. Then one area I think that needs to be worked on is that in a lot of families, the mother don't have a major say in decisions. It's more like, let your father come back, let your father come back. And at times I begin to ask, is it that the mothers don't have a brain? You know, because when things like when the father is not around and there are certain decisions that needs to be made, and she keeps saying, let your father come back, it creates a lot of questions. And that's why I think I love the Gen Zs and the millennials who are actually shifting the post, because when these things go on, it makes the children believe that their mother is not in a position to provide some insightful
Thank
options.
you very much. That was very clear and lucid. We've heard him. Yes, so he's saying there's leadership in the house, fatherhood. I like how he said it, father, mother, or why can't the women also, take decisions without the man in the house? Mm-hmm.
Okay, very quickly, my name is Sarah, and I work for the Wives of FCT Traditional Rulers Association. Okay. So very quickly, when you talked about culture, like in the Southeast where I grew up, there's this sort of leadership role that has been placed on women through the Umuada community. And then, in as much that it is actually awesome, but then it also has its own negative impact, because most times part of all what we're discussing, part of the issues also is being perpetrated by the Umuada community. And then by the time you look up north, especially in the FCT where I work, and we discover that they are little or no women within the traditional leadership system. So we also have to also encourage the traditional leaders here to also have women taking up roles within their traditional cabinet, so that, and also help them strengthen their traditional justice system as well. So back down to the Southeast, we also need to encourage the mothers to drop those negative things they know about them. Those something harmful widowhood practices, yes, that the ones that maltreat in-laws a lot and all of them, in as much that it's okay. Dumwada is a very strong community, but it should not be used for negativity.
Clap for that. I like that. These two people here, right here, yes. The lady in the red cap and the man in front of her, yes.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Glory Uzamaka Ohagu. I work for Voice of Nigeria. Let's go to Faith. She has spoken about Umuada and patriarchy enablement, which is quite a problem in the Southeast. Kelechi knows about it. Yeah. Let's now talk about the pastors who think women should be the subject matter of the sermon. How you did not bow to your nai in the morning and tell nai, did your waist pain you? And how they do not bother. I'm not saying don't preach love, don't preach submission. There has to be a balance. If you're coming back and watching football, and then you're gisting with your guys, and you're going for hangout, and then you're coming back to expect the home to be speak-span, and children all tucked in, and hard to speak in tongues for you at midnight, there's a problem. We have to find a faith balance, where the leaders of faith preach to the men and the women. Not when a pastor wakes up and his wife annoyed him and will become the subject matter of the sermon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Yes,
Hi,
sir.
everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Bamidele Oyomi. I work with Hasey, and I will use one illustration that my grandmother used when we were growing up to teach us just. Not justice this time, just. And she said that if you had two wives, you have two wives, and one is 6.5 feet tall, and the other one is 4 feet tall. You want to buy both of them clothes. How would you do it? I say, I'll just buy them 6 yards. And that is not being just. It is the one 6.5 feet tall that 6 yard might not be enough for her. But then the 4 feet will have extra left, and that is not just. And that is what is changing a lot of family. That we're not saying that people in our family have different capacity.
Wait. Resolve the issue.
I just resolved it. So what you should do is that, one, The one that needs 6 yard, get the person 6 yard. The one that needs 4 yard, get the person 4 yard. A boy who has shown interest in fashion, let him go for fashion. A girl that shows interest in engineering, let her go to engineering, and that is when you are just, and that is when you're building the capacity of your family.
Thank you so much. Clap for him. Thank you. There's a lady, the guy in white here, please. The mic runner, please. The cap here. The guy in white here, yes, please.
All right,
Yes,
thank you
there's a
very
lady
much,
somewhere.
moderator. My name is Ismail Abdullahi, and I work with Isawali Empowerment Initiative.
Sorry?
My name is Ismail Abdullahi. I work with Isawali Empowerment Initiative, and I also work with the We Catalyst Fund. We are the ones handling Kano State cohort. We work with the Ministry of Women Affairs as well.
Okay.
So for me, I would say one culture that I would say that I would like to see really continue to happening, because it's already started happening. I see the shift is already here. You know, allowing girls to pursue their dreams in terms of education, in terms of life skills. So I would recommend, yes, let's have that culture continue to happen. And then another thing that I might say now, this is something that we need to really change, is the culture of telling her that, okay, you are a woman or you are a girl, so please allow the men to do that. Oh, she's married already, and then she's going through a lot in her marriage, and then we keep telling her, ki haƙuri, shi dama aure haka ya gada. Meaning, be patient. This is what marriage entails. So I think women need to speak up, honestly. We need to hear them out, because a lot of women
It's a
are
round of
going
applause. You know why I'm saying that. A round of applause for him. We need more of you to talk. Thank you.
Yeah, so allow her to talk. Let her express whatever she's going through, and then give her the needed support. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, sir. There's a lady that put her hand up here. I'll get to him. No, I just need the people that first express interest. Yes, I'll get to him. Thank you.
Thank you. It was my name is Damaris Philemon. I work with Plan International. So what I wanted to say, Ma, you've said it. It's around the submission and love aspect. How pastors now place more emphasis on the women and then leaving out the men. Ma, after this session, I'll give you chewing gum.
Hey! Thank you. This yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm Mr. Olatunji Abayomi from Entrepreneurship Development and Support Initiative. So I looked at the statement, culture and faith. How do we relate it to justice?
Yes.
I think we should allow love to be the basic principle of our decision. Thank you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you very much. My name is Irene. I'm from Benue State. And one tradition I think should be abolished, especially from my region, is something we call aleku, that usually just affects women. The men can cheat and do whatever they want to do, but if your wife cheats, even if you forgive her, you cannot forgive your wife for cheating privately. You have to take her to the village and inform people, and then they do cleansing and all that. If that does not happen, there will be repercussions. Even if your wife disrespects you publicly and maybe embarrasses you or something, they'll, according to them, a mysterious illness or something, and then she dies. But it's always the women. Nothing usually affects the men.
Can you hear? Okay, please. Thank you very much. Policy Innovation Center and Ministry of Women Affairs. Please, we want a 1-2 day seminar specifically on this. Can we? Hello, ma. Please, we want one.
I'm trying to get an affirmation from my director leader.
Fantastic. It's important. Please, please let her introduce herself. Please, mic runner, let her introduce herself, please, quickly. Because this is very important. It's actually throwing up a lot more than we thought it would throw up. Yes, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. our host, the panelists, distinguished participants. My name is Sweet Adesua Okundaye.
Sweet.
I work with the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, but currently I'm serving as Director of Legal Services in the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs. Maybe if I can say something very quickly.
Yes,
I
my
think
senior colleague, you have to.
You have it. She will be in the best position to speak to the Honorable Minister. I know, whatever she says, it's very important to the Honorable Minister. So I'm sure the seminar will work out. The moment I will call her Auntie Jumi, yes. Speaks to the Honorable Minister. Having said that, I would just like to, say something from my own state. Edo State, where I come from, the issue of culture. No matter how long a woman stays with a man, no matter how much she serves, the law of inheritance does not allow the woman to take anything. Yeah. Especially, and it usually becomes very bad if the man had a son outside wedlock. Also, even we as daughters, traditionally, they usually don't give anything. They'll say, you're a woman. It's only the men that inherit. And then the wife, even if, in fact, an instance, we just buried my father. I was about 96 years old. This year, my mother has stayed there for almost 60 years. But there was no thing given to her, apart from, okay, let her take my television sets and all that. But the properties, yes, will be shared to the men, especially if there's a son from another woman. They take everything and go with it. And the woman is thrown out.
We need this.
So I think there needs to be a change to that. Thank you very much.
They had, clap for her, please. We had been graciously extended 10 minutes, and I think we're running out of time. And okay, yes, ma, I'll definitely give you, yes, ma. So that, yes, no, we're going to go around now, but please let this mommy talk, please.
Pastor Deborah Laiva Legbemi. I'm the state coordinator of Queens. Queens is Christian Women for Excellence and Empowerment in Nigerian Society. Here in the FCT, we'll be fighting against GBV. We have engaged some of the faith leaders. The Bible says, submit yourself to one another. And this is what we are enforcing. Building the capacity of the faith leaders in the area or prevent, because if GBV, gender domestic violence happen, they go straight to the pastor or to the imam, and we have been engaging them. So we need to keep engaging and building the capacity of our faith leaders.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And even the people who are brutalized, because they need to know that they have a right to open their mouths and complain and talk and not go back to be beaten to death. Sorry. So please, starting from my extreme left, please go run it. So this closing remarks, please, and just from your heart, talk.
Thank you very much. Thank you to our beautiful audience. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Thank you for being such energetic audience and for being passionate about the conversation we're having here today. Speaking of closing remarks, I just want to encourage everybody here to use their voice, and no voice is too little. From someone who has millions of followers on social media platforms, I know that your voice is powerful, and I don't want you to wait till you have millions of followers on social media before you use your voice. The woman blending pepper at your junction, she listens to you. You have conversations. Your hairstylist that is braiding your hair, there are times when they are going through things and they have conversations with you randomly. So I want you to know that your voice is very powerful and is very important, because if at all we are going to make any difference in our nation, it starts with you and I. So please, let's not get tired of having these conversations with ourselves. If you see anything, please speak up. There are some times that women are going through things and they don't even want to tell the people around them because they don't want to be judged, and they would go through it silently, and at times they would die. Like she said, I understand where you're coming from, because some people will go through things and it's RIP, everybody will now come out to say, oh, and I heard that she was going through this, I heard that her husband was beating her, she wasn't saying anything. So I want you to know that your voice is powerful, because such a person might see you randomly and would randomly just rant to you and say, oh, my husband did this, or my family, they are doing this, I'm going through this. Please do not be silent, because you might be the difference that would change that person's life forever. So please, let's use our voices. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Tell yourself you're wonderful. And comfort. Tell yourself you're absolutely wonderful.
I'm absolutely wonderful.
Okay, so I'm not making a promise, but I just want to tell you what the minister wants to do. The ministry is 30 years this year. It's a creation of the Beijing Platform for Action. And one of the areas we want to look at is the family cohesion sector. And this audience will be our first. So we'll be working with the PIC if they are available. I know they are available. They have all the list of the persons who are in this hall today. So we'll reach out because we're going to have a meeting with 1,000 persons in that room because we're curating different segments of the society so that all the policies we're developing can also be shown, and then you can make your inputs into those policies. I want to say that also that we've experienced a lot of mind shifts around these issues of patriarchy, these issues of social norms and all of that. Where we were 5 years ago, it's not where we are now. You can see that when we have the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, the whole thing is taken even to the churches and the mosque. The imams, the faith-based leaders, they are beginning to become more sensitive. I was shocked that even in the Catholic Church where I am, that divorce was not tolerated. They agree for separation. Because if this relationship gets to that level, that it destroys the integrity, destroys the psychology or dignity of the human being, then it's no longer a relationship. So the church itself allows for that separation. And then after separation, you go through a process continuously and the marriage is annulled. So society has gone beyond where we were 5 years ago. And also, the Umuadas that you are talking about, you know, it's not the Umuada, because gradually they know that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. And what goes around comes around. And so gradually they are understanding that what they are doing is gradually coming to face them. Because if you are not on the seat, you will not know what is happening to you. And finally, I'm a community mobilizer. I am a gender advocate. I am an author. I'm a speechwriter. I'm a poet. In all of this, I have seen women trying to express themselves. And sometimes they are expressing themselves through songs and all of that, and people don't know what's happening to them. For instance, in the case of Osinachi, she was singing, and people were enjoying it. But in her song, there was pain. And she had people she ran to. She had people she spoke to. Because when that incident happened, the family could not assess her. Why? Because the husband made her believe that the family was evil. And so that is an abusive man. But the church had access. And so what I'm just going to say as my parting shot, do not let anyone violate your sister. It goes the other way. Do not let anyone violate your brother. Because in the course of doing our gender research, we discovered that there were statistics that were glaring us in the face from Lagos State, that so many men were also suffering from gender-based violence. And that's why we're now moving from saying it's only about women. Men also suffer. They cry because society has socialized them to keep it in. Society, homes have socialized them to weaponize that tears. Instead of them to cry out, they suppress it. I'm the man. You don't want anybody to know that you can cry. Come on, you are a human being. First of all, you were born a child to a family. And so you should cry, because at the point of birth, what do you do? Cry. You cry, and then what? It is that cry that brings you into the home, and people are celebrating, and then you get socialized. This is what is happening. We should not weaponize our sons. Our sons are human beings. We should treat the boy and the girl as equal from the time they are born, raised in the family, and at the end of the day, what we're talking about today, equity, will become a thing of the past. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this beautiful panel, wonderful audience, very engaging. And like we always hear, family, it's always said, charity begins at home. Equity and justice begins at home. So to parents here, to big brothers, big sisters, what are you modeling for your children? Are you telling your son who loves to cook, please leave the kitchen, don't be here? Are you telling your daughter that, look, you don't need to, you can't, do a STEM subject? What are we modeling? How do we talk to our children? Are we ignoring the quiet introvert child that doesn't talk and only listening to the gregarious chatterbox, and therefore the other child is not being heard, they're being silent? It is those things we model in the home that our children are able to pick up and also replicate as they grow up. One of the reasons I'm able to thrive as a career woman and as a mother and everything I do is because my mother was that woman. My mother was my role model. She was a busy executive oil and gas, and she was a very present parent. She listened to every of her 6 children. We had one that doesn't talk at all. That one's voice was heard. We had me that spoke too much. My own voice was heard. Everybody was given an equal seat at the table. Oh, my father, an Igbo man, who with 4 daughters and 2 children did not say, oh, only the Diopala will inherit. But all my children are going to get an equal share of what I had. That was how he did things. That was how he ran things. We all knew what was going on. Nobody was made to feel less important or less special. So when my parents died and they were saying, no, this is how we'll share property, I said, no, this is the way our parents raised us. This is how things are going to be done. And that was the way things were done. Culture can change. Do we want to change it? Look at Mary Slessor. She changed so many things because she dared to speak up. Don't say, oh, this is the way it's done. You can say, I'm not doing my own like this. And people will be forced to say, oh, okay, interesting. You don't want? When my father died, the Igwe had to come and I said, look, this is how, I said, sorry, sir, I respect you, but this is how my father did things. And everybody complied. They all listened. So what are we modeling? That equity, that justice, that fairness, that all those things that we want to see, it starts from when you're young. How are you being raised? For me, it was a no-brainer. I can't imagine my older brother saying now that, oh, I am the Diokpala, this is how I must be. He listens to me the way I listen to him. He respects me the way I respect him. And we all have an equal seat at the table. And I want to give a gift to somebody here. I don't know who to choose, but I'm going to choose somebody who I've been looking at since she entered this room. The lady in you looking at me, yes, you're very pretty, you're beautiful, you've been paying attention. And I want to give you one of my books because I think we must tell stories. We must share stories about women and men who are doing things properly and be inspired by them. And I really like your outfits. I really like your outfits. So this is one of the books I've written. It's a gift from me. And you see women, people like Mary Slessor, people like all sorts of women, Nigerian women. Look at someone like Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, who nobody had driven before. No woman had driven. And she said, it's okay, I'm going to drive. Do your worst. And she drove. So it's just to inspire everybody, really. Whether you're a man, you're a woman, wherever you're from, there are no limitations. Don't allow anyone to say you cannot do it, because you can. Don't allow anyone to say this is not the way it is done. Says who? Who is speaking to you, and who are you speaking to? Who is your life speaking to? Please, it's so important. And the very last sentence I will say, for me, my greatest joy, I have 3 sons and 1 daughter. My greatest joy was when my daughter was asked to write, who is your role model? People are writing, Conjo-Iweala, wonderful woman, Nelson Mandela, everybody. My daughter wrote, Chioma Moma is my role model, my mother. And I felt, okay, Chioma, you're doing something right. What am I modeling? What am I showing her? I'm showing her that she can be anyone she wants to be. She can do anything she wants to do. She can reach the heights she wants to reach. And that she should stand up for equity and justice. Thank you very much.
Honestly, fear has gotten me there. Because when you said, you asked your daughter, I said, yeah, if I ask my own, I'm going to go home and do it. I'm going to go and try it. Because it will not let me know whether I'm being equitable in my house. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Chioma. Thank you so much, everyone on the panel. You guys have spoken so well. And thank you to our moderator. And to the audience, you guys are awesome. You guys have asked questions, you guys have contributed, and I'm very sure the organizers, the government authority, everybody here that is important in terms of policy, they're going to go back and do some re-strategizing. And to Princess Ma, you said we have a policy coming up. I would I'm looking forward to the policy on family so that we can all raise our children right and well. Now, to parents out there, how can you have equity in your home? How can you teach your children equity? It starts with you. She said it. How do you model equity in the home? Everything starts from home. So one of the things we say the family is the smallest unit in the society, but the most powerful and most impactful unit of the society. We are all from a family. And because of this, what you model, what you teach your children is what they'll go out there to do. So if in the home you're not showing equity, if in the home you are being biased, if in the home you're using gender stereotype to raise your children, when they go out there, that is what and that is how they will behave to other people. So I have this short acronym for parents on how to teach equity in the home. So teach, right? We want you to teach. So it starts with T. So what's the T? Treat every child as a unique individual. Every child is special. Every child has his own abilities. So let's not just compare them, and let's not look at them as a group. Look at each person as who God has created that person to be. Then we have E. What is E? We need to start encouraging open conversations in the home. Allow your children to speak up. If your children cannot speak up in the home, it will be difficult for them to speak up out there when people are doing things to them that things are not equitable or things are not right. Just chill. Just chill. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. Sorry. So we have A. A is to affirm their uniqueness, and also when you're giving roles in the home, assign roles based on their abilities, not based on their genders. Then we have C. Create structures in the home, create systems in the home for discipline, create systems in the home that will...
H.
And we have H, which is to honor everyone. Show them that you honor them. When you honor them, they will honor you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for
Thank you so
coming.
much,
Thank you for having me. I see my sister in the crowd, SSA to the President on Women's Health, Dr. Dana Stenaka. Thank you for coming. Thank you. You didn't come when I was speaking before you finished. For me, my parting shot will be equity starts from you, even before you even have a family. Equity starts from you not saying, I must have a male child. You understand? Everybody is important. Every child is important. You understand me? I'm not married yet, but I want to be a girl dad though. But, and finally, like my brother said about roles, let your kids do whatever they want to do. I have people coming to me, oh, I don't want my daughter to play football because she will resemble a man. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Let her play her football. But when the guy announced that the president gave them $100,000, he said, oh boy, how far now? We are together. So let them do what they got to do. Thank you very much.
I really want us to take a photograph with them. Is it possible to back so that we just get everywhere? Is it possible, photographers? It's not because of the lights? Shit. Okay. I just wanted one shot where all of us are in it. Can they? Okay, fine. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. And this is us signing out. You have been fantastic. Thank you.
Please, let's move to the main hall now. This session is very important. The session in the main hall has started. Please, let's move to the main hall now. Thank you, everyone.